A magnificent luxury hotel rose majestically above the vibrant streets of New York City, its shimmering glass exterior reflecting the glow of the evening lights. The ambience within exuded a refined charm, with distinguished guests gracefully navigating the opulent corridors of the Plaza Meridian Hotel. Amidst the opulent surroundings, Emma Rivera, a 27-year-old hotel maid, bore the burden of duty on her delicate frame. Life had dealt Emma a harsh hand. Following the loss of her father in her youth, she took on the role of the family's sole provider. Maria Rivera, once a dedicated home care nurse, was now facing the challenges of a chronic illness. Sophia, Emma's younger sister, was pursuing her college education with aspirations of following in their mother's footsteps to become a nurse. As medical bills accumulated and tuition deadlines approached, Emma found herself trapped in an unrelenting routine of double shifts and restless nights, each day merging into the next as she struggled to support her family. The burden of her duties loomed over her, an inescapable shadow that followed her every step. At the same time, Ethan Clark, the head of Clark Global Investments, had just come back to New York following a crucial business trip in London. Renowned for his meticulous approach and understated influence in the financial realm, Ethan was frequently dubbed the quiet tactician. Yet, behind his meticulously constructed facade of authority and dominance, Ethan bore a weight that few could grasp, a profound solitude that no amount of lavish achievement could alleviate. Coming back to New York only served to highlight the vast emptiness that now filled his life. In a world where paths appeared forever separate, one pivotal evening, a weary Emma would drift into slumber in the presidential suite designated for her cleaning duties, setting the stage for an unexpected transformation. Two lives, each following their own distinct journey, were on the verge of crossing, prompting a question that neither had the courage to voice. Can love transcend the divides of wealth and status? The clock neared midnight, casting a warm golden glow that filled the expansive presidential suite of the Plaza Meridian Hotel. Emma Rivera silently maneuvered her cleaning cart into the room, her heavy, weary eyes fighting to remain awake. This marked the conclusion of her exhausting double shift. Just one more room, she murmured to herself, striving to maintain her concentration. The chamber exuded an air of lavish grandeur. Refined oak walls bordered grand floor-to-ceiling windows that revealed a stunning panorama of New York City. The marble floors glistened beneath the glow of a crystal chandelier. Yet none of this magnificence could divert Emma from the burdensome thoughts occupying her mind. Her mother's medical bills were past due, and her sister Sophia's tuition deadline was looming. Emma navigated the suite with a deft precision, each movement weighed down by a growing fatigue that dulled her awareness. Having arranged the vast bed at the heart of the room, she ultimately succumbed to her weariness. Settling into a nearby armchair, she reassured herself it would just be for a few minutes. In mere moments, she succumbed to a profound slumber. Shortly thereafter, the suite's door creaked open softly. Ethan Clark stepped inside, his face showing the fatigue of a lengthy transatlantic journey. He was taken aback to discover anyone present, much less a woman in a hotel uniform peacefully dozing in his room. For a brief instant, Ethan stood still, taken aback by the scene unfolding in front of him. His initial impulse was to summon security, yet an unseen force held him back. The young woman appeared distinct. Even in slumber, her features bore a serene yet profound intensity, as though the weight of existence would not allow her a moment's respite. Ethan drew closer and observed the faint wrinkles on her uniform. Rather than responding with fury, he calmly picked up the cashmere throw from the nearby sofa and softly placed it over her shoulders. The delicate shift prompted Emma to awaken. Her eyes fluttered open, instantly finding their focus on Ethan. For a fleeting instant, the world paused, yet the truth soon came crashing down. "Oh my goodness, I truly apologize," Emma exclaimed, sitting up abruptly. The blanket tumbled to the ground as a wave of panic coursed through her veins. "I didn't intend to, I was taking a brief pause. Please, I can't afford to lose this job. I really need it." Ethan lifted a hand, gesturing for her to settle, his voice soft yet authoritative. "Pause for a moment. It's not as dire as it seems." Emma remained motionless, her heart pounding in her chest. This was no ordinary hotel guest. She recognized him from the pages of business magazines. Ethan Clark, a formidable force among New York's elite executives. Emma remained frozen, her mind racing, while Ethan, with an air of composure, retrieved the blanket and draped it back over the chair. He refrained from making any accusations, leaving her even more perplexed. He shattered the stillness. "Emma Wright?" he inquired, casting a quick look at her name tag. "I truly apologize for this, and I assure you it won't occur again." "There's no need to apologize. I'm genuinely curious. What drives someone to push themselves to such extremes of exhaustion?" Ethan's voice carried a softness, yet it held an inquisitive edge. Emma paused, reluctant to divulge too much of her private life. Yet, there was a spark in his gaze, a true sense of curiosity and care. After a brief pause, she let out a sigh and chose to respond with honesty. "My mother is unwell. My sister is pursuing her studies, and they rely on me. I'm left with no option but to continue putting in these extended hours." Ethan chose not to delve deeper, yet there was something in her words that awakened a distant memory inside him. He grasped the burden of being the pillar upon which others leaned. His expression softened with a gentle understanding. He grasped the weight of familial responsibilities with deep clarity. After losing his parents in a car accident at a young age, he was raised under the firm guidance of his grandfather. He had dedicated his whole existence to crafting a solitary legacy. Ethan observed gently, "It seems like you're shouldering an immense burden." Emma offered a subtle smile. "I simply carry out my responsibilities." After that night, Ethan couldn't shake the thoughts of Emma from his mind as frequently as he had anticipated. He started to frequent the hotel, particularly the VIP lounge, yearning for another opportunity to engage with her. Despite Emma's efforts to keep things strictly professional, she found it hard to ignore the sense of comfort that Ethan's presence brought her. He truly paid attention as she shared her thoughts. One evening after her shift, Ethan extended an invitation to Emma for a stroll in the hotel's rooftop garden. The delicate whisper of leaves and the soothing murmur of far-off traffic wove together to form a serene ambience. After what seemed like an eternity, Emma finally permitted herself to unwind. The weight on her shoulders lifted as the tranquil night enveloped her. "You're not what I imagined," Emma remarked, shattering the stillness. "Oh, and what were you anticipating?" Ethan let out a quiet chuckle. Emma candidly acknowledged someone who was wealthy, distant, and solely focused on their career and finances. "It seems I'm quite the fright," Ethan said with a playful grin, though his tone soon turned gentle. "What if I revealed that in spite of all I possess, I've never experienced such profound solitude?" Emma's eyes widened in astonishment. He went on, recounting tales from his past and the solitude that accompanied his achievements. In that instant, an undeniable bond began to weave itself between them. As time passed, these chance encounters evolved into a regular occurrence. The way Ethan gazed at Emma, coupled with his gentle gestures of concern, started to awaken emotions within her, though neither dared to voice their deepening feelings openly. Everything, though, was on the brink of transformation when a photographer snapped a picture of them together during one of their rooftop strolls. The following day, images of Emma and Ethan strolling together on the hotel rooftop circulated rapidly on gossip sites. Stories such as CEO Ethan Clark's hidden affair with a hotel maid took center stage in the tabloids. Journalists quickly seized the opportunity to mock Emma, depicting her as a gold digger, while casting Ethan in the light of a man burdened by the demands of his profession. Soft murmurs echoed through the hotel hallways. Staff members and VIP guests started to direct critical looks toward Emma. With every step she took, it felt as though the weight of countless gazes bore down upon her. Discussions came to an immediate standstill the moment she stepped into the room. The atmosphere became electric as Isabella Harrington, a longtime acquaintance and ex-business associate of Ethan's, unexpectedly showed up at the hotel. With a sense of natural poise, Isabella walked into the VIP lounge and made her way directly to Emma. "Is it Emma Rivera?" "I'm Isabella Harrington," she said, her smile thin and laced with condescension. I believe it would be beneficial for us to have a conversation. Emma upheld her professionalism, ensuring her tone remained courteous. How may I assist you? Oh, merely a bit of friendly advice. Isabella responded with a smooth tone, her voice tinged with a hint of malice. Individuals of our kind do not regard fleeting diversions with any seriousness. A shiver coursed through Emma's body. I'm not certain I grasp what you're implying, she replied, making an effort to remain calm. Isabella let out a gentle laugh. Oh, I believe you grasp the situation entirely, Isabella remarked with a condescending smile. Ethan and I share a past. Do you truly think that a person like you can find a place in his realm after only a handful of brief meetings? Individuals tend to gravitate back towards those who share their own essence. Her words pierced through the air, each one a stark reminder of the immense divide that lay between Emma's existence and Ethan's. Emma remained motionless, her heart racing as Isabella cast a final, self-satisfied grin before turning on her heel and departing. That evening, Emma found herself in her cozy apartment, gazing intently at her phone. Messages from Ethan continued to flood in, yet she found herself unable to respond. Isabella's words reverberated ceaselessly within her thoughts. Emma was determined not to jeopardize Ethan's reputation or career with any scandal. After much contemplation, she resolved to take a step back from Ethan, convinced it was the wisest choice to shield him from additional harm. Having made the choice to step back from Ethan, Emma dedicated herself entirely to her professional pursuits. Unexpectedly, she received a summons from hotel management, requesting her presence at an important dinner with the Chin Group from Singapore. Patricia Martinez, Emma's supervisor, clarified that Ethan had made a specific request for her to take on the role of cultural advisor for the event. That evening, Emma entered the hotel's grand dining room, her heart fluttering with a blend of anxiety and apprehension. The ambience was serious and charged as the Chen family members, particularly Madame Chen, the esteemed matriarch and the most powerful presence, were received. Ethan welcomed Emma with a thankful expression, allowing her the space to remain silent. The dinner unfolded seamlessly until Madame Chen shattered the quiet with a pointed inquiry. Emma, share with me the details of your family. Emma paused, taken aback. Every gaze was fixed upon her. She sensed the tension radiating from Ethan beside her. He understood the deep importance the Chun group placed on family and genuine connections. If Emma failed to deliver a compelling response, the whole agreement might be at risk. With a steadying inhale, Emma started to articulate her thoughts. I lost my father at a young age. My mother, Maria Rivera, single-handedly raised my sister and me. In the face of numerous challenges, she consistently imparted the lesson that genuine richness is found in our interactions with others, rather than in our possessions. Emma kept recounting tales of her mother's sacrifices and the profound impact those lessons had on her life. She highlighted that, for her, responsibility transcended mere obligation. It served as a means to safeguard those she cherished. Her sincere expressions enveloped the space in a profound stillness. Madame Chen's keen eyes softened, her doubt giving way to appreciation. After a moment of silence, she looked at Ethan and remarked, "You have made a wise choice." She grasps a truth that often eludes those in your situation. A business devoid of passion is merely figures on a page. The tension evaporated in an instant. The members of the Chin family grew more at ease, delving deeper into conversations about their plans for collaboration. Ethan released a soft breath of relief. Emma's narrative played a pivotal role in strengthening the bond between the two parties, paving the way for a successful collaboration. After the dinner, once the guests had departed, Ethan turned to Emma and said softly, "You saved me tonight. I'm at a loss for words to express my gratitude." "I simply took care of what was necessary," Emma responded softly, yet an unusual warmth began to bloom inside her. In that instant, Emma understood that she and Ethan possessed a connection that surpassed the limits of their separate realities. Camera flashes illuminated the press conference room as Ethan Clark confronted the media with steadfast assurance. Speculation surrounding his connection with Emma Rivera had taken over the news, but this evening, Ethan was resolute in clarifying the truth. not only to safeguard Emma, but to reshape the destiny of his enterprise. Ethan asserted with conviction that the rumors held no weight. The values we uphold are what truly count: honesty, compassion, and a commitment to the community. He proceeded to unveil a company restructuring, detailing plans to partner with experts such as Emma's mother, Maria Rivera, to create community healthcare initiatives. Ethan highlighted that Clark Global Investments was dedicated to assisting underserved families. Following the press conference, Ethan extended an invitation to Emma for a visit to the hotel's rooftop garden, a location that held special meaning for them both. The gentle evening breeze stirred the foliage, while the city lights twinkled in the distance, reminiscent of distant stars. Emma folded her arms, attempting to find her balance. She sensed that Ethan had something significant to share, yet the scars from societal judgment and Isabella's harsh remarks remained fresh. Ethan began gently, moving nearer to her. His gaze carried a profound honesty that stirred something deep within her. Your support means more to me than mere words can express. Not just for your actions at the Chun Group dinner, but for revealing to me what is genuinely important in life. Emma held her tongue, thoughts swirling in her head. The distant figure of the businessman she had encountered before was nowhere to be found. In his gaze, she perceived a soul laid bare, unguarded and vulnerable. I don't merely desire your presence in my life, Ethan continued, his voice heavy with feeling. Your presence is essential to me, not for your actions but for your essence. The power of your spirit, the warmth of your compassion, and the depth of your soul. Your influence inspires me to improve myself. Emma's eyes brimmed with tears. His words broke through the barriers she had constructed, but the grip of fear remained tightly woven around her. We will have to confront so much, she murmured, her voice quivering. I can't bear the thought of you losing it all because of my actions. Ethan declared with conviction, there's nothing truly valuable if I can't be true to myself. You have imparted that knowledge to me. Love is not something I feel the need to conceal. Let's confront all challenges side by side. With deliberate care, Ethan knelt and retrieved a small velvet box from his pocket. The rooftop lights shimmered upon the exquisite ring within. Emma Rivera, will you be my wife? Emma inhaled sharply, her hand instinctively rising to her mouth while tears cascaded down her cheeks. In that instant, every ounce of fear and uncertainty vanished. All she could perceive was the steady rhythm of her heartbeat and the sincerity in Ethan's voice. As emotions surged within her, Emma's face glistened with tears, a poignant blend of relief and joy illuminating her features. Absolutely, absolutely, I will, she exclaimed, her voice quivering with delight. In that instant, every fear she held dissipated, giving way to the unwavering belief that they would confront the future side by side. Ethan rose and delicately placed the ring upon her finger. He beamed, his eyes radiating warmth and love. Suddenly, the entrance was filled with applause and cheers. Sophia, Maria, and several recognizable figures advanced with purpose. Sophia waved her phone with enthusiasm. I captured everything on video. Emma chuckled amidst her tears. Maria stepped forward and grasped her hand softly. My little girl has finally discovered her joy, she murmured, her eyes sparkling with pride and affection. Ethan clasped Emma's hand tightly as they both stared at the far-off skyline. They understood that obstacles remained on the horizon, yet they were prepared to confront them side by side.